Alright, so this morning's check-in weight was 222.6. It is Wednesday, June 30th, and we are officially 90-something days out from the race. So, got a lot of work to do. Alright, we're under 14 weeks to go, but today is another day. Just got to start training. So let's get at it. Good morning, guys. How are y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of the vlog, the workout, the marathon, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't even know these days. Hold on. It is Wednesday, June 30th. Right now it's about 6:20 a.m. Obviously I'm getting ready to hit the gym, but today is a little bit of a different workout. We have a new program coming out this summer in the next couple weeks. So what Beachbody does when they have new workouts coming out is they always release a sample workout to give a taste, a preview of how the workout's going to play out, just some of the features of it. Obviously it's a 13-week program, so this workout is not going to be like the all-encompassing, this is everything we're doing. It's a taste, and that's basically all we want. We want to know, hey, is this workout going to be something I can enjoy? Is this workout going to be something that's going to be effective? And here's a sample of what we got. So today I am going to do that sample workout since it's only a strength training day anyway. And I figure, you know what? Why not? I'm actually going to be adding that program called 645. I'm actually adding that program to my strength training. So I'm going to take away the current weight program that I'm doing. Okay, which I was just kind of testing for my wife, just to make sure it would be effective for her. I'm actually going to be taking that out and putting this one in because while running, I need something that kind of focuses on what this is focusing on. So I'll talk more about what it's going to be focusing on a little bit later. But right now, I just took the pre-workout. I'm waiting for that to start, really kind of matriculating through the veins, and then we're going to hit the home gym in the garage. Now I'm not going to record the whole workout for you, that's kind of boring. Again, it's a 45-minute program, but I will show like one set of all the exercises or all the sets. I will show one instance of each set. It's not like a where the weights get heavier each set. It's basically do this and this, rest, recover, repeat. At least there's multiple sets, but again, there's multiple facets of the program. So when I get into the gym, I'll talk a little bit more about that. The lens is fogging up, and I'm just kind of getting tired of wiping it. So, excuse me. Once the dogs are done, we're gonna go inside, head to the gym, and get it done. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, so we're in the gym now. It's about 6:45 or so. I got distracted by a post in one of my Facebook training groups about heart rate, and then I got off the rabbit trail and into the rabbit hole trying to find out, look at my heart rates and reset my zones in my watch. And then I got into went down a rabbit hole talking about how does heat and humidity affect your heart rate, which then got me thinking that maybe I'm training in the right place, but the heat and humidity's kicking my heart rate up a little bit. So basically the video I did last week, which I'll link up here about my heart rate zones, there were other people talking about zone 2 training and how their heart rate goes way above zone 2 when they're trying, so they have to like slow down hella slow, okay? And I've been trying to do zone 2 training as well, and my heart rate is like zone 3, zone 4, which is, it averages like 140, 150 for most of my runs. Then I did some research where it said for every degree of body temperature, or every degree that your body temperature rises, your heart rate will beat on average about 10 beats per minute more. Well, if I'm averaging 140 and my body temperature goes up to, let's just say it goes up 2 degrees, that's 20 beats per minute. So now I'm like, well, what happens if I train indoors? If I did a 60-minute run indoors, would my body temperature stay the same? Because it would be a cooler situation. It wouldn't be rising temperatures, no humidity. Would the pace that I'm running at be a zone 2 pace? All right, so then I was like, well, wait a second. What if I get a thermometer and I, midway through my run, I take my temperature to see where my temperature is? Would that put my mind at ease and make me feel like I'm actually training at the right heart rate zone? Either way, I'm not changing the zones I'm in. I'm still shooting for, in the heat, I'm shooting for like 144 to 153, whatever the zone I set last week. Because that's probably going to be around a zone 2 run if I were to do it indoors. But now that I think about it, I just might take Monday's tempo run and say, okay, let's give my body a break from doing too much speed, even though Monday's tempo run will be about 6.5 miles, and do a 60-minute indoor run, steady pace, and see how my heart rate reacts to the pace I've been running at on average about 9:30 or so, between 9:30 and 10, and see if indoors it actually changes. So these are freaking things I think about when I start getting on, when my pre-workout starts kicking in. I go off on these tangents, I get distracted, and it's like, holy shit, squirrel, okay? But anyway, here we are in the gym. We've got the workout almost queued up. As you can see, the new program is up there, 6:45 with Amala Caesar as the trainer. Now I will copy a video, or I will link up there the video that talks about who Amala is and what he's done in his career. I'm not going to summarize it. I just know he is an NBA trainer of celebrities out in California, and he is based on the last 2 programs he released with Beachbody. I love his training style. He's very informative, and he explains what the purpose of the movement is, and so on and so forth. So that's what this sample workout is going to be about. It's him kind of giving you a taste of how the program is going to go. Again, it's not everything. There's 6 days a week, 13 weeks. You're not going to be able to cram all of that into one workout and say, hey, this is a rough idea. But it's going to be an idea of his training style. It's going to be an idea of some of the techniques and some of the focus on movement and the power, the cardio, the regular warm up, and so on and so forth, right? Which is kind of the focus of it. So I'm going to go ahead and find a good spot for the tripod or for the camera to be set up. I'm going to go ahead and do my workout. If I may or may not even move the camera around, I'm not sure yet. Depends on where I set it up. But I need to get this workout in so I can go to work. It's already 5 minutes until 7, which means I'm going to be hella late, but I'm okay because I can work a little bit later today. So that is fine. That is all. Let me get to work. All right, so workout's done. That was it. That was the sample workout. It is right now 7:47. I'm right about where I thought I'd be at the end of all the workouts. So I'm gonna go log into work. We'll talk a little bit more about what the rest of today is gonna be, because today is gonna be a full day of eating. Since my workout's done, it's only a one workout day. I don't really have to worry about anything else. So today we're gonna talk about how I'm eating in marathon prep, how it differs from half marathon prep. There really isn't much difference, but there is kind of a slight focus or difference in that. So I'm gonna go ahead and dry off, get to work, I'll get logged in so I can start my work day, and I will be back when it's time for meal one. Okay, so I just made breakfast, and you saw what I'm cooking. Basically, it is a red container of egg whites, 2 whole eggs, 2 slices of turkey bacon, and a yellow container from our portion control plan of oatmeal, mixed with water, and a little pinch of cheese. I only went half of that whole pinch that I initially had. I put the rest back. I'm not a huge cheese person, and then I topped it all off with a little bit of sriracha sauce, because why not put sriracha on everything? Now, I haven't talked about my calorie intake for this whole prep, and let me get to my desk and I will set the camera down and do just that. So give me one quick second. All right, so I haven't gone over my calorie intake for the rest of this marathon prep. Now, let's start off with where my baseline is for maintenance. My maintenance calorie is 2,700 calories a day. Now, why do I need to know my maintenance if I'm running all the time? Well, because I like to know where I am, so if I know if I'm not losing weight, that's why. Why do I care about whether or not I lose weight? Because, well, you saw this morning, 222 pounds. I still would like to get down to 210, 205, somewhere in that area between now and October 3rd. I've had a few setbacks of my own fault, but I'm working through it. Like, you know, I went to Disney. I gained 15 pounds in the week I was at Disney. Now, granted, like 7 or 8 of it was, 9 of it was water weight, and I started working through that. But then we went out to eat again for something else, and I gained a couple more pounds. So I haven't quite got back to my pre-Disney 219 just yet, but I'm at 222, so I'm not far off, and I'm not really pushing the issue. So my maintenance is 26 to 2,700 calories, roughly, okay? I've been eating, the last few weeks, I've been eating closer to like 23 or 26 in that range. This is why my weight loss hasn't really been where it should be. But now I'm going to start, as we start progressing deeper in the marathon, I'm going to try to drop it down back between 21 and 23. Obviously, I need calories for energy to run. I can't do my long runs, especially as they start getting 6, 10, 12, 15. My long run's going to get up to 22 or something like that. I can't do those long runs on low calories. So I'm going to have to find that balance to where I'm eating enough calories to where I can function once, two workouts a day, and I'm still getting my goal. I have, enough energy to do all that stuff and hit my weight loss goals at the same time. 21 to 23 is probably going to be like the bare minimum, and as I lose weight, it'll start to slow down. I'll have to drop it a little bit more. I'm not really focusing too much on my macros, protein, carbs, and fat. I am trying to have a protein at every meal. I'm trying to have a little bit of carbs, more carbs before and after workout, and not so much, dinners, everyday carbs. As long as I'm in a deficit, the carbs aren't really going to affect me. I'm just trying to minimize the amount of carbohydrates I'm taking in. I don't really want too many carbs. And then I'm not monitoring protein or fat, just having protein at just about every meal possible. So again, we got our eggs. This is what we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna total right here what today's breakfast is, and I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this breakfast while I get ready to focus on work for the day. So that's that. I'll come back and check in with my first snack, which is gonna be in a couple hours, because I eat every 2 to 3 hours, not because it's I time my meals like that, because I'm freaking hungry. So I'm gonna eat this. I'll see you in a minute. All right, we're back for meal number 2. It's really just kind of a quick snack. It's 11:04 a.m. So I don't want to eat it too much. I'm gonna have a lunch in a little bit, and I don't really want to go too deep. So it's just kind of a little snack, a couple, bunch of calories, whatever, to hold me over. So hold on a second. So I've got homemade fudge, and this is kind of healthy fudge. It's high calorie a little bit, but it's fairly healthy for the most part. Now, this is essentially 1 serving, right? Like decent size. I'm going to split that in half. I'm only going to have 1 piece right now. 1 piece So half of a serving is about 160, 170 calories. What's in this? Well, oats, my shake. You could use protein powder if you wanted. Peanut butter and honey. That's it. Mix it up, chill it, put it in a pan, cut it up when it's cold. And basically this has been around for almost a week now. And we're almost done with the pan. So I'm going to have... You know what? This is 360 something or so calories. I think I'm going to have both of these pieces. Just hold me over until lunch. The only downside of this is that it's kind of, I didn't use enough peanut butter, so it's kind of dry, a little tough. You need a little bit of water to wash it down. But other than that, it tastes good. It's a healthy little snack. And my kids like it. So, not going to argue too much. I'm going to enjoy my little 2 bits of healthy protein fudge, if you will. Back for lunch when I make a shake, because I'm working from home. That's what I do. We make shakes. So, however, why don't we put it back in the refrigerator? Because there is something interesting that popped up today. So you guys remember, way back when I started the half marathon portion of the marathon of the journey, that I was doing the half marathon so that I had a proof of time for future events, or potential future events. Well, Disney is the only company really that requires proof of time for corral placement. And last year, everybody from all the Disney races kind of got canceled. They either went 100% virtual or they got canceled. Well, you know my sense on virtual races. Essentially, they're training runs. I'm not a big fan of running virtual. I can do that on my own. I don't need a medal to go out for a run. Last couple of days, they've been hinting at a big announcement. Well, about an hour and a half ago, somebody checked the Run Disney website today. They're supposed to have this big announcement today. And Run Disney has officially announced races for Wine and Dine in November, Marathon Weekend in January, Princess Weekend in February, and a new spring series in April, which used to be the Star Wars theme. Now, what does that mean for me? It means my half marathon wasn't run for nothing. So basically, I think what I'm going to do is my wife and I are going to sign up for a race. Now, the original goal was to do the Dopey Challenge, which is the 5K, 10K, half marathon, all in the same weekend, back-to-back days. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time off that I can take for that whole week, and I kind of don't really want to do all 4 races because of what's going to be happening at that point in time. I already know. Got my handy dandy notebook with some of the ideas being sketched out and planned, because now we're getting closer to that. I have to start planning that out. So, I just talked to my wife. We think, as of right now, she's going to sign up for the half marathon, which means when she's done, she has to start training. I'm going to sign up for the marathon, which means my proof of time for the half is going to help me get an A, B, or C corral for the marathon so that I can run the marathon. That also means that I got to get a new GoPro, or at least not a GoPro, but one of those little DJI little pocket camera things, right? Because I do want to record the run, or at least bits and pieces of the run, and I don't want to have it shake around. So this, there's a DJI, I don't remember what it's called. I know it's the DJI makes it, and it's probably a little bit bigger than this, and it's got a little camera up here, and you literally push the button. It's got a little mini screen on the back, and it's on like a gimbal, so that while you're running, even because you run like this, and your hand's always bouncing no matter how stiff you think you're gonna make it. Your hand's always running, but the camera stays still, and the quality is, you can still shoot 4K, 1080p, 30, 60. I think you can do 60, maybe 120 frames at 1080. Not 100% sure. Don't have one yet. Haven't looked at the specs. But if I do run the marathon, I absolutely want to do run it with a gimbal, because it won't be my first one, so it'll just be a fun race. Depending on the corral I get, if we sign up, maybe I try to push the PR a little bit further. But yeah, so I just wanted to bring that up, that my half marathon as of today may not have been run for nothing, because I have a proof of time now, which is required to get into the first 3 or 4 corrals of marathon weekend. So that is fun. So again, I'm gonna enjoy my fight. Where you going, Mama? Where you going? Where you going, Fanny? What you want? You want your food down? Is it time to eat? Is it time to eat? Okay, hold on. There you go. Okay, Mama was hungry. Alright, so Mama Luna, cat, has given us a signal that it is time for our next meal. When she's hungry, I'm hungry. So we're gonna find a place to prop this down right about there. Seems about right. And we're gonna make a shake, and I'm gonna add a little something to the mix. Okay, so first we have to get our mixing cup. First we gotta do is get almond milk, because almond milk is my preferred go-to milk these days. For some reason I stopped drinking a lot of regular milk, period. I very rarely will have regular milk these days. Almond milk, so I'm going to weigh this out. One serving is 240 milliliters, so we're going to measure that out here. $245 is close enough. Now, we're going to get the cookies and cream. I said I was going to try this, and this is like my 5th shake already with it. I'm going to grab a nice big old scoop of that. Now, as for my review of the cookies and cream, what do I think? Well, it's a little bit more cream than cookie, because they went a little heavy with the vanilla. But again, like I've been telling all the people on my team, it's kind of hard to replicate. It's not easy to replicate an artificial flavor without using artificial ingredients, and that's what Beachbody's biggest thing was. There are no artificial ingredients. In fact, they didn't even put whey protein. It's all vegan, so it's rice and pea protein in their shake. But it's good. I like it. It's good, and we'll add to why. So, for a creamier texture, it even tells you add nut butter. So we will get to that in a minute. We are going to add 1 banana. I'm going to weigh this out, just so I know exactly. Again, when you're getting strict with your food, you want to weigh and measure everything. So 100 grams exactly. So I have a 100 gram worth of banana. Jif creamy peanut butter, natural creamy peanut butter. Okay, I'm gonna go with a half a serving. Half serving is about 16.5 to 17 grams. So we're gonna grab a hefty spoon here. We're gonna let's guess. 13. So it's actually low. 17 grams of peanut butter right here in the shake. And if it doesn't end up in the shake, I got it. And last but not least, I want you to check this shit out. You want an ice cube? You suck. Anyway, first dog I've ever met that goes nuts over ice cubes. So we're gonna take just a little bit of ice. here we have our superfood cookies and cream shake. And that's lunch part 1. We come over here. What I'm doing for lunch part 2 is I'm adding a little bit extra protein. Chicken breast fillets. My oldest would eat these like they were going out of style. My oldest is gone right now. So I'm gonna take a chicken breast fillet. I'm gonna put it in the microwave for 3 minutes because that's how long it needs to get cooked for. Well, 2.5 to 3 minutes. I'm gonna go 3. It's just a breaded chicken patty. My youngest doesn't apparently like the chicken breast fillets. She likes the patties. So they're all mine. We're gonna put that on for I put on for 245. Now this chicken breast fillet has 250 calories, 11 fat, 22 carbs, 17 protein. So the carbs from the breading, and I'm sure they injected it with some other shit. But essentially it's, yeah, they got wheat flour probably from the breading. And I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Okay, I'll total this in. The fat's a little higher than my MyFitnessPal is gonna really want me to have. I don't care. But I'm gonna total the calories for the chicken breast and the shake and get that. Again, I'm gonna have all the calorie counts at the end, but that is essentially meal number 2, but the third time I've eaten. I don't think I'll eat again. I might have a snack between now and dinner. Dinner will be around 5, 6 o'clock-ish. Not really sure when I'm gonna eat, but this is what I'm eating so far. And when we get to the end, I'll summarize it all and we'll see where I lie in the end. And I think I do have a post-dinner snack that I've shown on here before. Maybe not in the marathon series, but I've definitely shown on the channel before recently. So we'll end the night with that. But I gotta wait for this. I gotta clean up my mess and get back to work. All right, it is 5:40. We are ready for dinner. So what do we got tonight for dinner? Now I had to double up, and this is basically the end of my calories, but I've got 2 servings of rotini and a garlic and herb sauce. I'm sorry, roasted garlic sauce. So there's 1 cup of sauce, 2 portions of pasta weighed out, and then I just put 7 ounces of baked chicken breast on top. In the microwave, I've got a bag of green beans. I'll probably eat half the bag tonight. There's 4 servings in there. Again, I don't count the calories for green vegetables because I just don't. They're so low calorie, it's ridiculous. And right now, as I looked at my thing now, I'm about like 2320 calorie wise. So if we look, hold on, I just had it open. I'm about 2237. Okay, so that's gonna put me just under 2300. Now, I may or may not have room for dessert. I may go over 2300 a little bit, but it won't be too bad. It might be 2400. But I did work out and I burned about 400 calories this morning from working out. So I'm still in a deficit. Remember, 2600 is my maintenance. So 2300 is a deficit plus the 400 I burned from working out. So that's about a 700 calorie deficit for today. I've been on top of my water intake. So, I mean, am I okay? We'll see how I am as far as do I want dessert later. If I do, it's going to be something very, very, very simple. I don't have a that's why I'm close to my calories. I had a snack that I didn't tell you all about yet. I did it. I had 3 Oreo cookies for 160 calories. That's where all the excess calories went. It is what it is. I got hungry. I needed a little something, and I had that. So I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my dinner. Well, try to enjoy my dinner. It's not the chicken and rice like I normally have, but it's chicken, pasta, sauce, so it's still good. Green beans in the microwave, and I will come back. I am gonna have a dessert most likely, and I will come back and wrap up the video today. All right, we are back for the final little bit of food for the day, and I haven't even cleaned up dinner. I still have a sink full of dishes because my back was a little sore. My lower back was way sore, and I remember just a little bit ago that I have a soaking tub with jacuzzi jets in my master bathroom. And I'm only home with my youngest daughter who doesn't go in that side of the house. So, yeah, I just spent an hour in the tub with some Epsom salt, just soaking and letting my back get better. Now, we are here for the final meal of the night. You can hear I got the hot water running in the sink. So we're going to make the rice cake dessert. Just go ahead and pop this ice cream out. Let me go ahead and get my spoon, because we're going to soak the spoon. Just let it sit in the running hot water. Yeah, let me get my rice cake out. I was not prepared for this, so I'm going to be doing some editing and chop up this process. But alright. So, first we're going to take the ice cream, put it on the scale so we can get that serving down. We're going to lay a paper towel down so we avoid making a mess. We get our rice cake out. Now this only works with the chocolate one. If you try to do this with like cheddar cheese or, you know, the sour cream, onion, whatever, it's going to be nasty. You're going to hate me for it. So make sure it's the chocolate one, because nothing else goes with ice cream. Anyway, lay this down on the counter on a paper towel. And once the scale zeroes out, the spoon should be nice and warm. What we want to do is then take and start to scoop in thin layers the ice cream so we can place it on the rice cake. And this spoon was not hot enough. So we'll just keep doing that. Just keep repeating that process until the ice cream is at your liking. I usually do a light layer over top. Also with this, with the ice cream, one serving is 87 grams. So we're going to go for about 43 grams right there of ice cream on the rice cake. There we go, that's coming a little better. I mean, I could probably save some calories by doing even less than that if I could fill it up. Right now we're at 29, 36 grams. Then we're going to put it under the hot water one more time to get it hot again, because we have to press it down and kind of melt it so that it gets into the groove of the rice cake. There's going to be gentle pressing. If you don't press too hard, because then you will crack the rice cake and you'll have little crumbs all over the place. But you just want to get it evenly spread across. Now normally I top this with peanut butter as like just like an extra little bit or whatever, right? Half a serving of peanut butter. But I'm saying, you know, I'm already overboard on calories. And this is what it looks like. It's a chocolate rice cake with vanilla ice cream on top. You can use any kind of ice cream you want. Enjoy. Alright, let's do this. Let's add this. Chocolate rice cake. Let's add that. One. Let's scan the barcode. What the hell is the barcode? I went with 0.5. No. $87 grams, bitch. Whatever. I'm going to leave it at that. So, with that, I mean, the ice cream's not exactly accurate, but calories for the day. My goal was 2,300. I had 2,367. Again, I'm not focused on macros at the moment, but I had 281 grams of carbs, 76 fat, and 142 protein. A little bit lower on the protein and a little higher on the carb than I wanted, but I had pasta for dinner and sue me, right? But it was what it was. Again, I still hit my calorie goal, so I'm 300 to 400 calories in a deficit already, plus the 400 calories I burned earlier today. So I mean, that's an 800 calorie deficit. Been hydrated, been drinking water. I should be okay tomorrow. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll see a decrease in the weight on the scale, and we will go from there. Next video, I will do another weigh-in, because that's pretty much how I'm eating for the rest of the week. My wife's out of town until Sunday, so I'm just gonna keep this going until then, and we will see how everything goes. But I'm gonna end the episode here, so I appreciate you watching. If you like and you're still following along, hit subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment, give a thumbs up, share, do whatever you gotta do. Let's get this out there, right? Follow me. I got 14 or just under 14 weeks left until the marathon. And I'm shooting for a sub 4, preferably closer to 3:30 than 4, but we're shooting for sub 4. So follow me along, see if I make it, and I can promise you there is something huge that I'm working on for after this is over, and you don't want to miss that, because it's going to be, if it comes to fruition, it's going to be epic. So I will end this there. Have a good night, and I'll see you in the next episode.